From downtown, this is Tim Kitzrow from NBA Jam, and you're listening to NintenDomain Podcast. Boom shakalaka!
This week on NintenDomain, Pokemon Gale of Darkness is now out, plus Switch 2 got boost power in handheld.
Sometimes you just gotta love cute little ships.
Tedious, that's the way you spell Happy Home Designer.
I don't think that is, though.
Well, if you don't design.
It's like Fahubakas or whatever, the Homestar Runner. Fahubakak. I don't know this whole song. It's like FGHWAD or something.
Fahugu Gods.
That's it. Fahuga Gods.
Come on, Fahugu Gods. Come on, Fahuga Gods.
That's what they're reminding me of for some reason.
Welcome to NintenDomain Podcast, episode 512. Your place to hear Nintendo fans talk about the latest Nintendo Switch Online releases and updates and whatever else. And we are your hosts. I'm Trey, Resident Evil Generations Pack completed, Johnson.
And I am Jeremy Jellyfish Mikowski.
And I'm John, Grumpy Home Designer Knitter.
Yep. And let's start off the show as we normally do and talk about games that we got and games that we've been playing. Did any of you guys mess around with the new update for the Switch?
A little bit on my phone. I added some notes.
Oh, you can do it on there. The main thing, the big thing that everybody's been talking about, which isn't really a thing because I don't play in handheld that much, is boost power, as I mentioned at the very top of the show, the Switch 2 boost power. And it's interesting for what it does. It basically takes Switch 1 games and boosts the resolution and frame rate as to if it was in the dock. Yeah. But it's in handheld, it's like
emulating
cool.
The dock somehow.
Yeah, it basically makes it into TV mode in handheld. So there was many games over the years have not looked great in handheld versus docked mode. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, those are some that looked real bad if you tried to play it. Or at least you could tell there was a big difference between the two of them, everything looked kind of blurry and all that. And stuff like that. This has to do with
resolution, though, or not resolution, aspect ratio.
It's resolution too, from my understanding. But I don't know. I really didn't get to mess around with it that much. It took me forever to figure out how to do it, even because it's hidden behind a brand new setting that wasn't even there before. It's in system settings, but it's behind another thing that says Nintendo Switch. It says Nintendo Switch game handling or something stupid like that. And I couldn't fucking find it. I looked through the menu like 30 fucking times after the update came out just to try to figure out how to do it. It's called Nintendo Switch Software Handling is what it's called. And it was never there before, and it's there now. And you click on that, and then it shows handheld boost. And then you click it on from there, and it just basically plays the handheld Switch 1 games better. And there's a whole bunch of videos out there about comparisons from one to another and all that. And I think it's interesting for anybody who plays handheld, but like I said, I don't really. So this is kind of like a non-issue. But it's we get so many updates to the system that have nothing in them, and this actually has something.
Couple of something
kind of major. Yeah. For anybody who plays handheld. That's the big one, is that one. But also, you can add notes to your friends, which I didn't add them because I know who my friends are. I don't need to be like, oh, hey, that's Shake. He was on our show last week. It's I know.
It will be helpful, though, for the people that, there's some people on there now who I don't know who they are because they changed their name. And, not you guys or anything, not the people that I talk to regularly. But some folks, it's just who is that? I don't know.
But, the notes aren't really going to help you if you don't know. you have to know to
I
put
don't know
it
now,
on, to
but
put it on
yeah.
the notes. But whenever you figure it out, because I have some people on there that I probably added when I was doing a bunch of like AEW online stuff. But a lot of times if you go down to the bottom, it would show you like how you met them. Because I had a bunch of people that I got in there from like Super Mario Run and like Meet and like that whatever Miitomo and like these other like stupid games that I think that's how I got Per Schneider on there actually, through like Miitomo or something like that. But yeah, a lot of times it'll tell you like how you added them. But if it's like from if it's from like some old game that you don't even remember, like there's plenty of them that I'm like, yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. But it's most of the time I just like I either know who they are or I don't. It's kind of like. But I understand if you have like a whole bunch of friends and you want to be like, all right, well these are the friends I play Fortnite with, and these are the friends I play Monster Hunter with, or whatever. If like you're doing a whole lot of online stuff and you can't keep track of everybody, then maybe you would do that. But no, I haven't done anything with it. I just clicked on it to be like, oh, there it is. You can use it. It can be like fuck John under John's friend name, or I could be like,
Is
Nice.
that what you wrote?
Jeremy sucks. He's late all the time. No, no, I didn't write anything for anybody. So I said, except for I just had to remind me that Shake was on the show last week because I forgot. It's like he was on our show. This guy, I can't remember his name. No, no, I haven't written anything on there. But I mean, yeah, I guess maybe if I don't remember somebody, I could do that.
I guess the other kind of big thing was that they improved game chat.
Supposedly, yeah. No, I haven't messed around with game chat at all, so I don't know.
So now you can invite people while you're currently in a chat. You couldn't do that before. Remember the one time we tried it, we had to stop and re-invite everybody.
Yeah, that is the thing. I guess if you're already in game chat with somebody, you had to like stop it, right, and then invite whoever you wanted to be in there instead of like adding people. That's a really good change because that was really annoying.
They improved the quality of the game screen too.
Oh, for game share.
Yeah, when you're sharing, I guess the visuals look a little better. So
yeah, we'll have to try that out because we just did a video. Well, I don't think Shake put it up yet, but I did a video with him to compare like basically the quality of when you're playing, when you're sharing, and when you're getting shared to, and all that, that sort of stuff. But yeah, right before the trial went out, right, the trial that isn't even really a trial. I think the trial only affects people who use game chat for Fortnite or something like that has like free online, because they're ending the game
March
chat
31st.
trial, but it's included with Nintendo Switch Online, which you need to play every other game pretty much. 99% of the games online, so it's such a non-article there, or non-topic or whatever. But yeah, no, I tried to see if I noticed anything really with the game boost. I just booted up Metal Gear Solid 2 because I had just re-downloaded that one because it got the Switch 2 update or whatever, but it still says Switch 1. So I don't even know if that would even work because that has Switch 2 update stuff, but it doesn't say Switch 2 version or whatever, Switch 2 edition. But I played around with it. It looked fine. The controls are so confusing on those games. I haven't played 2 in a while, and I couldn't figure out how to do anything because they're not where you would think they would be. Like, aim and shoot is like, it's like you hold one button and then press like X to shoot. It's so strange the way you move around. So I basically, got discovered and beat up by somebody and then stopped playing it. But I just wanted to get it to work, but it's not really something I'm going to use, like I said, because I don't do handheld, but it's, it's cool for people who do use handheld. Like it is a pretty major thing for that. So good on them, I guess. So there's that. And also, I mean, I'm 1 day behind or 1 week behind or whatever, but I finished Village also. Like Jeremy just finished Village last week. And I did too. So now we're in the Village credits club, which is actually, this is my second time playing through Village. So I played it again, but now I played through it with my knowledge of Resident Evil 7, and there were some things at the end that made a little bit more sense to me than it did before. There's some references to specific characters that I didn't know who they were before, and now I understand a little bit more, I guess. And I did forget that you get to play as Chris at the end there. I forgot about that part where they throw like 300 fucking werewolves at you at once, and you just gotta hope that you don't run out of ammo. I was actually doing that part where they throw this onslaught of werewolves, or lycans as they call them in the game. They throw a whole bunch of them at you, and they give you like super nice weapons and all that. It's just basically like shoot the fuck out of these people, and then you have to fight like this like troll hammer guy or whatever that has like this big spike hammer. and I basically used every single one of my bullets on this guy until I realized that I could like do an airstrike. You have like this airstrike thing where you can point it at him and then they'll shoot from the sky. So I had like completely exhausted all of my ammo, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm kind of fucked here. And then I airstruck the guy, and then he died. And I went to the next part, and I had one bullet left. And you get to like this lab where it shows you all this different backstory and like how all the different villains got created and blah blah blah. And in order to get out, you have to shoot this like lock on the wall. And I was like, man, what if I would have ran out of, because I had one bullet left to open that lock. And if I didn't, what would have happened? Would I just been stuck there forever? Would I have been able to open it with the knife? I think I tried to with the knife and I couldn't get it open. So I don't know. I've done this before, and like way back in Resident Evil 2 on 64, I kind of saved myself into a corner where I ran out of ammo and I could not beat the game because I had no ammo for the final boss. Because the boss before the final boss I thought was the final boss, and I used all my ammo on that guy. And then when I got to the real final boss, all I had was a knife. And I was like, so I couldn't finish it because of that. So I don't know. And I think it's a similar thing with the Resident Evil Revelations on 3DS. I got all the way to the final boss, and I used every single bullet that I had and still did not beat them. So it's like, well, I guess I don't have enough bullets. What the hell? But no, thankfully I made it through. I had one bullet left, and then one bullet left for Chris, and then I switched back to Ethan. He has plenty of bullets, so, So I made it all the way to the end. I got the credits, blah, blah, blah. I think I beat it in like 11 hours. Do you remember how long it took you to get through it?
It was like probably closer to 15 because I got lost a lot.
Sure. Well, yeah, and you hadn't played through it before. I was like, some of it was like a little bit was familiar to me, and I still don't like that baby part at all.
No, it's fucking scary.
So yeah, I've been thinking about the baby thing. Like I like it. I like it because it's like this. It's probably the scariest thing I've seen in any Resident Evil game ever. Like it's the only thing that really scares me every time I get there. But also it's kind of annoying because it really like sidelines the rhythm of the game, and it's early. It's like the second thing that you do after you destroy like the Castle Demiskru or whatever, and it's like it kind of sucks. And if you want to do like speed runs and stuff, you still got to go through that fucking baby thing every time,
Yeah.
And the game is fun as hell to play for everything else. Like I like destroying all the monsters and all that, and I think I like it because a lot of it is very much like based on like old school monster stuff. You got vampires and werewolves, and you even got like a Frankenstein like factory and all that at the end where you're creating all these different like monster dudes. And I think that's what I really like about the game. Plus it's like it's fun as hell, and most of it is more action based, and it's just kind of fun to just destroy guys. And I wanted to play through it again, because I ended up getting like 90,000 points, like in the challenge modes or whatever. And I could unlock a few different things, but I'm like, well, what should I get? And I even looked online. I looked up on like Reddit to see if there was a way to just skip the baby part, like if you're trying to do a speed run, and there is no way. You have to go through it every time. And it just, I don't know, it really just sidelines the rhythm of the game. And it sucks because it's freaky and you lose all your weapons and everything goes completely dark. And the baby, like the sound of the baby crying and fucking following you is awful. Like the audio for that is the worst. And I thought I was going to get a no death run, because I went through most of the game without dying, but the fucking baby killed me.
You got eaten by the baby.
Yeah, they suck your legs into the baby mouth, and I'm like, oh my god. So it was stupid. I was kind of just trying to figure out where the baby was.
Eating solid food.
Yeah. I didn't know exactly where the baby monster thing was, and it ended up eating me, and I'm like, god damn it. And the other time that I died, I only died like 2 times. And the other time I died was I fell in the fucking water in the fish monster boss.
Oh, right. That's really easy to do.
Because you automatically die if you fall in the water. And I was like crossing one of the bridges, and they go under, and it was like 1/2 second, and you're just done if that happens to you. So
I fell in the water so much during that part.
So I got knocked out there. I think I also got killed by the propeller monster guy, just because because I didn't remember where he was at. He cornered me. I couldn't get out of it. But,
those guys were cool. I liked that enemy a lot because it's just like you read some lore about it as you're going through the game, and it's like has no like basically completely mindless, just always moves forward. It's just what it does.
Yeah, that's because do you read the? I still find myself reading all the files in Resident Evil. I still get like caught up in that shit, like reading all the back. Like I read all the stuff about like, was it Cadeau or what? They were using this different mutant thing to create all the different characters. Like, and I read all their backstories and like how they were made and what they, you know, the reviews of them or whatever. Yeah, so I read all that.
I always read all that stuff whenever I play these games. You know, it's part of the fun. You know, a lot of it gets a little pulpy, a little cheesy, but it adds a lot of.
Sometimes there's little clues in there too.
The lore
like
is cool.
how to fight enemies.
Well, yeah, that was some of my favorite stuff from Resident Evil 9, which that was my plan. Is I was like, I played through Resident Evil 9, I'm going to play through 7 and 8, and then I'll go back and play 9 again. You know, now that I have like 7 and 8 fresh in my mind, and see if there's some things that I'll notice now that I've played the other one. You know, the other ones like more recently. But Resident Evil 9 does have like a lot of stuff hidden in the files. Like there'll be like, you know, there's like safes that you get like the, you know, you get the combinations to them in files. And there's like one of my favorite things was there's these like puzzles that you do where you put in like sun, moon, star or whatever in a certain sort of way. And there's pictures of the scientists with the box behind them that shows the combination, and you find it in the picture, but they don't tell you that.
That's pretty cool.
You kind of find it on your own. And there's even one, my favorite one is there's 2 pictures and they both show a segment of it, and you got to put it together in your mind. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I didn't look up anything really aside from like the JoJo Bizarre Adventure locker. Like I couldn't find the key for that. I looked up that online, but everything else I found on my own. But yeah, no, I like finding the clues from the files and all that shit.
There's a JoJo Siwa locker or JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, there's a locker that you want to unlock. There's like a secret locker in the in the Raccoon City police station, which you go to towards the end of the game. There's a secret locker that you can find, and the key says JoJo on it. And when you open up the locker, there's a PlayStation 1 in there, and there's a bunch of old Capcom games. But it's supposed to be a reference to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But you see like a Street Fighter Alpha 3 is in there, and they have like Resident Evil 1 also in this locker, and you know, it's a fun little Easter egg thing. But
that breaks the fourth wall a little bit.
Yeah, I'm glad I found it. And it's funny that it has a PlayStation there, even on the Nintendo system and all that. But you know, whatever. But and I really wanted to get through Shadows of Rose because that's the DLC for Village, and it comes with the game and all that if you buy it on Switch because it's the gold edition and it has all that stuff on there. But I just Jess and I just did our Oscar episode, so I was editing that on the past few days, so I haven't had time.
That was good. I listened to that last night.
Oh, did you? When I finished it at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.
Yeah, I was up late.
Oh wow!
I threw it on while I was playing some video games. I was quite entertained.
We weren't that annoying this time. I was trying to be a lot less drunk than
I
was
just,
last year.
You were just slap happy.
Yeah, last year I was much drunker, but I think this one came out better. I guess
there's a joke about pounding that I thought was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one. That's funny. Yeah, no, yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, no, we had it didn't. Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't just like rant about horror movies this time, even though there were 3 horror movies that all won Oscars. So good for horror movies.
They're the new Marvel movies.
It was those Frankenstein, Weapons, and Sinners are all horror movies that won Oscars at this year's Oscars. So good for them.
I was glad that lady from, not to get off topic too much, that the lady from Weapons won. I really liked that movie, and I thought her performance was great.
Yeah,
that's a really cool movie.
I thought there was better. I don't know. I thought that the wife from One Battle After Another was going to win because she was really good in that movie. And she also won the Golden Globes over Amy Madigan, so I thought she was going to have it this time, but she did not.
That Frankenstein movie was all right, I guess, but what did it win for, like makeup or something?
Yeah, it won for like makeup. I think production design because they did definitely build everything and all that.
It was a very stylish.
It's
movie, yeah.
I mean it was definitely middle for me. Like it was like not that exciting.
Sexy Frankenstein.
I think I heard somebody on a podcast.
It was like The Shape of Water with Frankenstein.
Call it Guillermo slop. Heard somebody call it that, and I agree.
Guillermo slop.
Agree. I mean, it's good, but it's still not anything to write home about. I don't know. I've seen a billion different versions of Frankenstein, and it wasn't really anything new to me. You know, I
should admit, never made that fairy tale movie because what was that movie called?
The Pinocchio one.
Labyrinth?
No, what? No, what did you say, John?
Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
I
think
movie
there's
was
just
awesome.
No way they're gonna ever top that movie.
I mean, that movie was like 20 years ago. That was a long fucking time.
Yeah, that's a fucking great movie that sticks with.
But that was like movie of the year that year, I think, right? Didn't it win? Well, they ended up winning the Shape of Water won too one time.
That one, yeah.
Right, that's what I said. Like, I think that got compared sort of to like Frankenstein back then, and now watching Frankenstein, it made me think of Shape of Water.
I like Shape of Water better though. Probably
Because they got to
it's
make
more
the
original, I guess.
experiment sexy.
It was more original, I guess. But
Del Toro's unsung hero movie is Hellboy 2. I love that movie. That movie is fantastic.
I didn't see it.
Devil's Backbone. Anybody seen that movie? That movie's fucking fantastic.
No. I wish I had seen a lot of the movies because
that's an early one. That's a super.
I think next
cut,
year I'm actually going to try to watch the Oscars, and I don't know if I'll do a commentary, but
this is the first.
I want to actually try to watch all the movies.
This is the first year that I've watched all 10 of the best movies. I've never made it through all of them. Even F1, I watched that movie too, which I liked. F1, it was fine. It's a stupid popcorn.
It's just
movie,
a racing movie,
and it's very formulaic. I mean, it's in the title.
Oh yeah, and you said
Formula
it won for sound design because
it did. Yeah, because racing
different hurdles.
Because racing movies always win for sound. They
Did
just
Days
every
of Thunder
year.
win?
I don't know about that movie, but I know that Ford versus Ferrari did, which I like.
I'd say it's the only other racing movie.
That was a
I
more
know.
recent one, but they won best sound editing also. But no, whatever. Listen to that. It's on the Patreon. It's on the How Is It Now feed. I'll put it on the NintenDomain feed also. Anyway, it took me a couple of days to get through it because the Oscars are long. It's like a 4.5 hour thing.
Did you take notes? Did you join Letterboxd?
No, I've never joined Letterboxd, and I have not done any reviews on there. But Jess has done a few. I guess they do them in the form of.
I could become more interested when I hear about people
haikus.
going back to them. Well, you go back to it later, like after enough time has passed, you'll forget movies because your brain just doesn't store everything you ever watch, of course, or if it does, it doesn't recall it well. Then you can just see like a little article you wrote about it, and then you don't have to watch the movie again. Maybe.
Sure. I actually thought about
might actually save you time in the future.
I thought about listening to our original commentary that we recorded back in 2016 and see what that's like, from whatever I've done.
Might be a bit more chaotic.
Because this was our 10th. This was our actual 10th one, even though I had said it before. But yeah, the first one we did was in the beginning of 2016, and but we've done one every year, and it's out there again. But no, I had fun. I thought it came out pretty good. I liked editing it, and it was definitely. I thought there was funny stuff in there that I enjoyed, even from editing it. So
I finally did the Google thing to figure out what the whole Timothy Chalamet thing was, because the
opera stuff.
I was not in on the joke at all, and I heard
you didn't know about
other people made the jokes about it too.
Yeah,
like well, who cares?
He
about
said
opera. Maybe he said that
he said something.
That's essentially what he said.
He said something like. I can't save opera, and right? He said something like I can't.
Essentially, like I
can't save opera, but I can save
lost
movies
causes.
or something like that. Yeah,
I mean, it was kind of the implication they were.
He's kind of a prick. I don't know. I really didn't like Marty Supreme at all. That was my least favorite movie out of all the movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie. All I know is it's about some kind of taco or something.
No, it has nothing to do with taco.
Oh, that's Taco Supreme.
No,
Marty Supreme's the one that like.
It's just
is that like an LA, like based in LA or some shit?
No, it's just a story about a really, really shitty guy that plays ping pong really well. I mean, if you want to see a protagonist that you're really going to want more than anything to lose in every fucking thing that he does, watch that movie. Because it's just kind of Timothy Chalamet just being himself. He's just being a prick, and there's a camera following him around. But no, he's a total shitbag.
Acting when he said the shitty thing about ping pong. I mean, not ping pong.
About opera.
About those other things, yeah.
About theater and opera, whatever. Yeah, this isn't a Marty Supreme podcast.
Maybe he's just like Shia LaBeouf, and he's always method acting.
Sure. I saw him once when I was working at an event in LA doing security, and then I got pulled. This was at Complex Con, and then I didn't know what I was going to do that day, but I showed up and I got pulled aside, and I noticed alongside with me were some of the bigger guys. And it's like, what do we need all these big guys for? And they brought us over to the concert, which was like the main event of the show. And the concert was Lil Kim and Kid Cudi. And all right, so I'm doing security at this Lil Kim Kid Cudi concert, and
should just been called Lil Kid.
At this Lil Kid concert,
Little Cudi.
Kid Cudi's up there and he's doing his thing, whatever. I'm standing at the front of the stage. I'm blocking. There's like 5,000 people there. I'm supposed to be like the one, in between them and the performers and all that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I got a special guest and calls out, and it's Timothy Chalamet, who I guess was a friend of his or something.
You didn't recognize his name at the time?
No, I knew who he was. I just thought it was like, oh, what's he doing here?
Kind of
I didn't know
random.
he was like involved in music or whatever at all. But he had him. I think he, as I recall, he did a little bit of rapping or something, like a guest on a song or whatever. I don't know.
Wow.
It was like, wow, he's here. Okay, interesting. This is a weird day for me. I didn't know.
Wait, this famous white guy thinks he can rap?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
It's never been done, ever.
Yep. But that's my Timothy Chalamet story.
Chalamet.
I liked him back in the time of Call Me by Your Name. I thought that was a great movie. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know him, but I do think he's in way too many things, and they should cast other people. But he sucks in Marty Supreme, that's for sure. His character is awful. So I mean, it's it's one of those super stressful, not fun movies to watch. But anyway, enough about that. That was my least
we're not a
favorite
movie
movie.
podcast.
Yeah. My favorite one was Begonia, which didn't win anything, so fuck that. But, maybe it was too weird.
Don't know a damn thing about that movie.
We talked about it in our X-Pac episode.
Train movies, though, or Train Story. That
Train
one sounds
Dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to like get really, really high if I'm going to watch that, though, it seems.
I mean, it was fine. I mean,
Lots of trains.
I did talk about that it looked nice plenty of times on the episode. No, it's basically like there's a reoccurring theme of shitty fathers or shitty relationship partners that disappear and then come back and and everybody dies. It's like there's a lot of them like that
within all the movies, or like in this year's Oscars.
I'd say in
general?
over half of the movies there's like that. Yeah, like
absent.
Well, because there's like there's like Hamnet, where Will Shakespeare is like a shitbag the whole time. He disappears. His kid comes back, or his kid dies, and he makes a play, and it's okay. Sentimental Value, the same thing. Like shitty dad doesn't take care of his kids, writes a great screenplay, everything's fine. Train Dreams, husband disappears to work on a train. His wife and daughter burned to death in a cabin. He comes back, rebuilds the cabin, dies there. This is the whole thing about absent fathers. So there you go. Oh yeah, and Marty Supreme also shitty boyfriend isn't around the whole time. Has a baby and feels better about himself, I guess. In the end, I don't know. I didn't really understand the end of that movie, but
I thought it was cool. It sounded cooler when I thought it was about tacos.
It probably would have been better. Anyway, enough about that. Listen to our Oscar podcast if you haven't heard most of it on here. But yeah, no, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch all of the movies, and I watched all of them this year for the first time, and I regret nothing, except for maybe Marty Supreme. But while yesterday, just kind of out of nowhere, I mean, they had mentioned it, but it finally got a date. Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness is out now on Switch 2, finally, on the GameCube app. It launched at like 6 o'clock yesterday, something like that, 6 or 7. I don't know. I was working. But I did get a chance to play it after I was finally done with the podcast. I played Pokemon XD, which I've played it before. I have it on GameCube. I still have it. I kind of went out of my way to find it way back when, towards the beginning of NintenDomain. I think we mentioned it before. We even had a whole thing where I bought it from a kid and it was scratched, and I had to send it back to him, and he refunded me my money and all that stuff. But I got a working copy finally, and now I have it digitally. And this is actually a pretty pricey game by itself now, I think. So that's kind of another gem that they're adding that they've added to the Nintendo Switch Online.
So my limited memory of the console Pokemon games going back, there was like Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Coliseum, which I understand were kind of like battle tournaments for your Game Boy or whatever. You hooked your Game Boy up and saw them on the big screen or whatever. But
yeah,
isn't this one different in some ways? Isn't this like a more proper console Pokemon experience?
So you got Pokemon Stadium on 64, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, where you can hook, where it had like the thing that you connect into the bottom of your 64, and you can plug your Game Boy game in there, and you can pull your monsters off of the game and use them in 3D to battle with, which I thought was really cool. That's what those two games were. But Pokemon Coliseum on GameCube did that as well, but also it had a single-player RPG in it. And the weird thing is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is actually the sequel to Coliseum, so why didn't you start with the first? I don't understand. Like, why didn't you start with the original game? Because that one is supposed to come out too, and that one was like, use your monsters to fight, but also we got this whole single-player RPG on here. and Gale of Darkness is basically more of that. It's like a bigger version of that without like the Coliseum stuff, without bringing your monsters in. So that's what that is. But I mentioned it before. You can't catch Pokemon in the wild, but you can steal Pokemon, shadow Pokemon, from trainers, and you basically heal them, and then they will become. You basically heal them by using them. Like walking around with them and battling with them. They have a little meter. They have like a darkness meter that'll like go down, and once it's completely depleted, you take it to the professor or whatever, and he will like make them normal Pokemon. It really sounds like something out of a Persona game, because it says that there was a dark door close to their hearts, and now they have a darkness inside of that. That totally sounds like a Persona 5 thing, where we have to like save the mind palace of horrible people or whatever, where you have to save your heart. And I don't know, all those Persona games talk like that, about like the darkness in your heart that has to be healed. And most of the time the dungeons take place inside of people's minds or their hearts or whatever. Yeah. So
like Psychonauts.
Yeah, kind of. But that's, yeah. So the game starts off with, there's a giant like cruise ship that gets stolen by one of the big legendary Pokemon, like in the opening 2 seconds of the game, which I always thought was pretty cool. And then you cut to your main.
Is it Lugia?
Yeah, I think it is. It's like the big like purple dinosaur flying looking thing.
I played a little bit of
it's on the front cover. It's on the cover of the game or whatever. But it steals the giant ship, and then it shows you. It cuts to you having a battle with somebody through like Pokemon VR or whatever, and you go through like your own tutorial stuff, and your professor ends up getting stolen by whatever their equivalent to Team Rocket is. They got their own like evil team, and then you go on an adventure to go back and to go and save him. All I've really done, I played it for like an hour and a half, and I've already caught like 3 or 4 shadow Pokemon, which you can just get in that main area if you just walk around and talk to everybody. Because even if the people that you're battling aren't bad, they can still have bad Pokemon. So they let you like pick them up pretty early, which I don't remember doing that. Like if I wouldn't have explored the whole area, I would only have 1 shadow Pokemon, but I went around and found everything, and I've got like 3 extra ones. So that's cool. But it basically, you get this like this metal arm thing that like goes around your arm that allows you to steal Pokemon from trainers and all that, because you've never been able to do it in previous games. But you have a little visor. There's a little visor thing that'll come over your face that will let you know that there is a shadow Pokemon amongst you, and it'll tell you right then. And then you can try to steal them, and you steal them just as you would in any other game. I haven't been weakening them. I've just been throwing the Pokemon ball just right at them. And what I found interesting that you can do on this is just save state before you try to catch the Pokemon, and if you don't catch them, just reload your save and try it again, because it's a whole percentage thing.
This is why they
as
wouldn't
to why you catch it or not.
Put the other Pokemon games on Virtual Console.
Yeah, it's probably why. Well, yeah, that's what they said, that was why Leaf Green and
because then people could just farm shinies or whatever.
Yeah, Leaf Green and Fire Red, they didn't want you. It doesn't have a save state system because they don't want you to do that where you go back. Even though it helps for the GameCube game, I just didn't want to. Because there was this one I was having a hard time catching, and I'm like, I don't want to run out of my Pokeballs because I don't know how to buy any more right now.
Right.
So why don't I just save state it? And I did it. I did it a few times and failed, and then I just went back and tried it, and then I got it. So it's like, I'll just do this every time,
That's
and
awesome.
then I won't run out, of Pokeballs. So yeah, but I mean, it's fine. I saw that like in the news, they said that like the latency in the GameCube was fixed, but I felt like this game. Maybe it is the game, but I felt it like it felt more laggy than anything else I'd played on there. Like I actually thought it felt worse than previous Pokemon, than previous GameCube games. So I don't know. And then I saw somebody saying like, "Oh no, it's fixed," and I was like, "Well, I was just thinking about how it felt weird. It felt like less responsive than even the other stuff that have already been on there when I booted up this time." So I don't know. Maybe that's what Pokemon XD is like. I mean, I haven't played it in a long time, but I don't remember it feeling that weird. Like I definitely noticed that there was a major delay in and I'm using the GameCube controller and all that, so it's so there's no reason for it to be like that. But no, it's there's some funny stuff I've ran into already. Oh yeah, you start as an Eevee in this one. This is the first one where you just automatically have an Eevee. They don't let you choose anything, but you do get to choose the evolution that you get pretty evolution pretty early. So there's that. I went for
There's like 3 evolutions for Eevee, right?
there's more than that. There's like
There's more
6.
than that.
There's like
Oh, okay.
5 or 6 of them. Because there's like fire. There's like the fire, grass, and water. But there's also like the dark one and the psychic one, and I think there's another one.
Isn't there a lightning one?
Oh yeah. No, there's lightning one too. You're right. No, there was a few of them, and you meet somebody pretty early in the game that says like, hey, you know, your Eevee can evolve to different things, but you need a specific rock to do it or whatever. Which one do you want? And they'll basically show you all the different evolutions that you can do and ask you which one you want. And I went for Espeon because I like psychic type Pokemon, so I figured I'd just go for that. Even though I was going to go for Umbreon originally, that's the dark one, just because it looks cool. Like the black Eevee, I always thought looked cool, and it's got like, you know, I just like the design of it.
It's like goth Eevee.
Like I like the way it looks. It's got like this line going through it too. It looks kind of futuristic and black or whatever. But I went with Espeon because psychic type Pokemon are most of the time pretty powerful, so I just went with that one. Even though I don't have any psychic type moves yet. And also when you're carrying your shadow Pokemon, they all have the same moves until you clean them or whatever, until you make them not shadows, because they'll all have shadow moves and they'll all pretty much have the same thing until you like, you know, renovate them or whatever, and then they'll have their regular moves.
Default. Okay.
Yeah, so they get like default shadow moves, but they're pretty powerful, you know, regardless. But I remember that. I'd forgotten about that they all kind of get their own move set, their own shadow move set that's different from their regular move set. And I went to Dr. Kaminko. There's this whole area like Dr. Kaminko's place, and it basically looks like Luigi's Mansion. Like you come in, it's all like dark. There's like lightning. It's very much has that same like feeling to it. And Dr. Kaminko has like this giant hair, like is straight up. Like the design of the characters are pretty cool. Like I like it.
Professor Egad.
They're very like anime. Yeah, his like assistant Chobin kind of reminds me a lot of Egad because he's got like the glasses and the robe and all that stuff. And there's a part where you talk to Chobin and he'll show you all of the inventions that Dr. Kaminko had made. And I thought that part was pretty fun. I put some of them down on there. The power saving fridge is one of them, and it saves you energy because it only works if you buy it. So so basically all your food goes bad, but you basically walk up to it and open the door, and you're like, oh wait, what the fuck? The fridge is working, and then you walk away and it stops working. That's the joke, and it just destroys all your stuff. There's like a light bulb that runs up your electricity bill. Like that's another thing that he created. There's like shoes that make your feet hurt, and I like the jet vacuum cleaner where it vacuums, but it also just disperse invisible dust around everything, so all your stuff is dirty, but you don't know, like stuff like that. He just makes all this shitty stuff that doesn't work.
Real vacuum cleaners.
The tape cut recorder, which was funny because it's a recorder that will automatically stop recording before the program is over that you're trying to record. Like that's funny. That's a very much of the times joke. You know, like, it's a tape recorder that will always stop recording like 5 minutes before the show's over, so you'll miss whatever the ending was.
A little TiVo jab.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's referencing like VCRs and whatnot. But, I mean, it's called a tape recorder. But the discount calendar I got a kick out of. It only has 300 days instead of 365, so you're saving 65 days with that. It's just dumb shit like that. Oh, the Pokepole, which will cause society to be in complete chaos because they will not understand what it is because it's not a Pokeball. Dumb shit like that, but I got a kick out of it. Just like it's nice to see fun writing and shit like that on there. I'm excited to play more of it. You know, I'm glad it's finally on the Switch 2 officially. So Nintendo served me up some free games, so I don't have to pay any more money. Even though I do really want to try out that new Starship Troopers game that's out now, the first-person shooter game, because it's on sale like through next week. But we'll see. But I think that's all that I did.
Well, this week I played. I actually did play my Switch a little bit, but the first thing I played a lot of and played all the way through was a game that's been on PS Plus for a really long time, and I've never clicked on it because I didn't care. The name didn't really like strike me. It kind of sounded like something just like a random shovelware or something. It's called Halibut. In my head, I'm thinking like Super James Pond or something like
Yeah.
that. Like that's probably why like my association with a fish-based game is probably not going to be good.
I thought you played it on your phone or something. Like I was like, I've never heard of this game. I don't know what this
I've been
is.
interested in this game for a while. I remember hearing about it like a year or so ago, but it just has these striking visuals.
I think it would have been on Switch, but they did like a Kickstarter campaign like a really long time ago.
Mm.
It took like 10 years to make this game, like from the time they like got into it or whatever. But essentially, it's I think it's just on like it might be on Steam, and then I think it's exclusively on PlayStation 5.
Hmm.
But
It's
essentially,
it's on Xbox too.
is it okay?
Yeah.
Well, it's a claymation based kind of fetch quest adventure game, if you want to call it that. You're literally just going from person to person, talking to them. Every once in a while, you get to make some choices. Every once in a while, you get to do like a little kind of mini game to complete a task. But for the most part, you're just like going with the flow of the game. It's almost like you're watching like a little mini series about these people. But anyway, so the game's got a really cool visual style because everything looks like it's stop motion, and also
To me, it looks like the show the Shivering Truth, or
I haven't seen
also
this.
the movie Anomalisa. It has that kind of look. To me, I thought maybe it was even like the same studio or some of the same people involved.
Well, it's a German game, if that helps. I think I actually said that in the comments, but yeah, it's based out of Germany. But so what the game is like it's kind of fun too because it has like a really interesting style to everything in this like place you are, because this would have been launched sometime in the early 70s. It's like an emergency ship launching like a big chunk of humanity off into space to what they thought was a habitable planet. And so they leave, like, the Cold War is going pretty bad here. It's like kind of an alternate timeline scenario, and things are about to go bad. Everyone's going to kill each other. And so they leave. And the something to do with whoever the chief investors were in the project, they end up becoming like a corporation, and they like run everything on the ship. Sounds very dystopian, but it's really lighthearted in spite of all that. What ends up happening is the ship takes a couple hundred years, I think, to get to the planet. When they get there, they realize it's completely covered in water, and then
Too much water.
Right, right. And then there's like a bunch of really powerful solar flares that happen, and it cuts all their energy or whatever. Their systems stop working, and they end up crash landing into the ocean, which is all of this planet. And so they're stranded in the ocean, but they've managed to, they've kind of got like all this crazy futuristic technology still, so they can like still manufacture food, and like there's supposedly like hundreds of people living there. You don't see that many people, but and then the game is you're Harold Halibut. You're like the kind of just the janitor. You're called a lab assistant, but you're more like a janitor because you just go around and clean stuff up, and everybody kind of makes fun of you for being dumb, and it's not really nice how they do that, but that's what they do. But the whole game's about like, they're trying to figure out a way to escape, get back up into space. And then eventually they introduce like they run into extraterrestrial life, and then that relationship they foster ends up being how they are able to get off the planet, which isn't like a spoiler. I mean, that's the whole point of the game. Like very early in the game, you find out that's the goal, is to use this alien technology that they learn about to leave the planet. But yeah, it's a super lighthearted game, really, really relaxing. I never felt frustrated or even like stressed out, or like there's never a sense of urgency in the game. All the characters are really funny. Everybody's got their own quirks. Like each character just has their own, you like them. Like there's this like huge like bodybuilding looking guy who's actually like the elementary school teacher, but he also like works out a lot, and he likes to hang out in the lounge and watch Turkish soap operas. And like he has like a huge conversation with you about these Turkish soap operas, and that was pretty cool. I don't know. and it keeps coming back up throughout the whole show, like the whole game. They'll like reference stuff from the soap operas and stuff, and it's just a really well written game. It's very, like I said, it's very lighthearted in spite of the subject matter.
Does it have kind of the vibe of like a Wes Anderson sort of movie?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, when Shauna saw me playing it, she said it reminded her of that.
Does it look like a play? It's like all of his movies always have that like theater
Yes,
like, production.
absolutely.
To it.
It kind of looks like a play. I mean, it looks like you're watching a stop motion special on TV, really, but with more fixed camera angles. But it's like it's almost entirely like side scrolling, and then at some points there'll be like some 3D sections. But what else I was going to say about it? I don't know. It's cool. I think everyone should play it if they have a chance. If you have PlayStation Plus, hop on, and it's just like an enjoyable. Like think of it as like a 5-episode mini series on Netflix, and just kind of play your way through it, however, at whatever rate you want to, and you should have a pretty good time with it.
Did
Lots
you see
of
any
sitting
reason,
down
like,
and just watching it.
did you see any reason why this like couldn't be on Switch too?
No, absolutely not. I think it has a lot to do with
With the Kickstarter.
them not meeting their Kickstarter goal, and then like the general reception was pretty lukewarm.
Yeah,
In spite of
never even heard of
how
it.
pretty it is, it's less of a game, like I say, than more of like an interactive TV show. Like you can move around, don't get me wrong, but there's not very much in it that feels like a game element. That being said, it's very like it would be a great editing game, or whatever, if you were able to play it, Trey. Just
You don't need to hear it or read it.
Well,
really.
I mean, when you're like doing the fetch questy part, you don't have to. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess there is a lot of spots where you have to pay attention to what they're saying to each other.
Most editing game stuff I do is like stuff I don't really need to pay that much attention to it. Like I did like fetch questy stuff for Yakuza and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or like some
Yeah, I
parts
did
of
a lot
Resident
of
Evil
that.
I've already played through. Like I did that. But what was it? No, actually, I played Mercenaries the whole time. Last time I edited our podcast on Resident Evil Village, which is a lot of fun. I love Mercenaries, and it is really weird that Resident Evil 9 does not have Mercenaries. And they had
It will.
Yeah, I think that's going to be part of the DLC because since with Leon's like combat being so much fun, I don't understand why they don't just throw you into a survival mode where they just throw a bunch of the zombies at you and all that, like how
They probably
most of those.
they want to
work.
parse it out so that they'll get another pop, in 6 months or whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing they did with 7 and 8, where they released the regular game, but 8 actually came with Mercenaries right off the bat. So
As did 4.
yeah, and so did 4, and then we had Mercenaries just as its own game on 3DS, Mercenaries 3D, which I actually bought because it was on sale for like $2 when the 3DS eShop was going down, and it was fun. I actually had a good time with it.
Well, anyway, Harold Halibut, the last thing I wanted to say about it was, and I keep forgetting, this is what I want to say, but one thing I really love about it is the aesthetic is very like of the era of the early 70s when they would have left Earth, including like all the like there'll be like little TV commercials and stuff you'll see, and just everything about they're kind of stuck in the 70s, even though they're like hundreds of years in the future, because that's when they left Earth, and they have their own culture, but just the general vibe is still very 70s. So even like the clothes they wear and stuff, it feels like a game that could have taken place then. So yeah, it's great. Play it. What else did I play? Oh, I'm back on my Stardew bullshit.
Yeah, I saw you were playing that again.
I've actually put a lot of time into it. Probably the game I played the
what
most.
brought
this
you back
week.
in?
How far did you get in the Switch version of Stardew? I know you've played it on a bunch of different things, but how did
I
you?
beat it on Switch.
No, did you do
What I
complete
consider
the?
beating it.
Yeah.
I completed the center, and I got married and had children and all that. And Grandpa said I did good.
Yeah, Jess and I.
I consider
beat
that
it,
winning.
I mean, we beat it co-op too. Well, because we completed the
Yeah.
community center and all that stuff.
And then I also finished it on my Amazon tablet I bought like a few years ago. I
Nice.
just played all the way through it on that. And then I started playing it again on the Switch
For the Switch 2
Like,
edition.
a couple of years ago. And then, no, that's why I just
yeah.
started playing it because of the Switch 2 edition. And I just want to see what else changed. And quite a bit has changed.
Oh yeah, there was an update too, like a couple weeks ago, where they added a couple
Yeah.
new people that you can marry
Yeah,
that weren't dateable before. So there was some news that came.
Which I think is it's kind of funny they added Clint because Clint's kind of like the sad sack of, and it was always kind of sad that he couldn't get married because he was like the very first person I married was the person that he liked. I think it was Emily, and like I just remember I went to his shop and he's like, "Hey, can you do me a favor? I made this piece of jewelry for Emily. Can you take it to her?" And then you take it to her, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's for me! Like, I love it. Thank you so much." And then she starts falling for you,
and you're like, "I did it. It's me. I got it." I think I remember you saying this before. Yeah.
And then the rest of the game, every time like Clint's around, when other than just when he's in his shop, but all the social events and stuff, he's just kind of like he's just so sad and just like, yeah, that's the person he liked. So
can you date Pam yet? Isn't Pam like the drunk lady at the bar?
Yeah.
I want to date her and get wasted.
You can fix her.
I never dated anybody.
I think her kid's an alcoholic too.
I never dated anybody in the game because I only played it co-op with Jess. So
I'm going to date someone new this time. I want to date either. I don't want to date Clint because I don't like him. Either I can't remember which chick they added. If it's the one who lives in the forest or not, but it's either going to be her or Emily, the one that likes the goth one. Because I've already married like the sisters that live in the bottom left of the town. I've married both of them in 2 of my playthroughs. So
it's Sandy. Sandy's the new one. Who's Sandy?
Okay,
I like Sandy. It's not the Sandy from SLC Punk.
I think I would marry Sandy.
No, it's Trish, but Steve always says Sandy. I like Sandy. And she's also in Star Trek. She's also in Star Trek Voyager.
Did you try the mouse mode?
No.
Not for you.
Nobody plays mouse mode.
I forgot about it, to be honest. I had to try it and then I forgot.
Yeah, I don't use mouse mode, never.
Anyway, so for me the biggest difference, other than just the extra romance and stuff, is that it seems like there's more to do in the winter. They added a new.
That's good because they
added a new side quest board. So there's already the one that's up by the shop, but then they added another one down by before you go across the bridge towards the library and stuff.
When you say they added, you mean the one guy that makes this game?
Well, yeah.
He has help.
He has a team.
Yeah, he's not doing it by himself. He does have help. What I always felt like, Jess and I, we always felt that what it really needed was just different conversations for the events because everybody says the same thing every time. When you go or whatever. So we kind of got bored with that.
From what I can tell, it's still the same. Yeah. Unfortunately, but it does kind of I don't know. I don't know what they've added. It just when you talk to people, they'll ask you questions. It seems a little more often than they used to, where you can choose a response and they'll kind of react to it. But no, I've been doing well. I'm in the I'm on I think day 10 of winter, the first year. So I've really been put some time into this.
When
first
did you
winter,
start?
I always am in the mines, so I'm on level 95 of the mines.
Oh yeah, I got it all the way. I got all the way to the bottom.
Yeah,
and
then
and then there's
building lots and lots of sprinklers, and then in the spring, I've already got some crops, and then day 1 I can set up my farm for success and start making some bank. So looking forward to it, and then I'll try to keep working on my sitter and get into a relationship, and then I definitely want to try out the stuff I'd never tried before. I want to get divorced in this, and I want to turn my kids into doves.
I thought you did that. You didn't do that before?
No, I never did that because I felt too guilty about it. I was attached to them.
You can turn your children into doves?
Yeah, if you don't want to have kids anymore, you turn them into doves.
Yeah, I mean, I remember talking about this before because I have to mention The Sims on GameCube, where I just kept sticking my kids outside so my Sims would be happy because they would wake them up constantly, and basically the whatever you call them, the people that come and take your kids away when you suck.
Yes.
Yeah, they came and took my kids away from me in The Sims on GameCube because I kept sticking them outside so they could sleep because they didn't like them.
That's kind of what this is, except you turn them into doves.
Yeah, if you just in that one, just stick them outside, and then eventually somebody will come and take them away from you.
But it's cool. It's cool. I like it. I'm gonna try my best to not let it consume me because that's just one of the reasons I don't keep going back to this game. It's one of the few video games that I think is maybe bad for me because I get really, really invested in it.
Do you lose
every
like
time I
hours
play
of
it.
time and wonder what happened?
Oh yes,
Like
absolutely.
you'll just
It's
disappear
like-
in Stardew and wonder what happened to you.
it's true. It happens. And then I look at the clock and it's like 5 a.m.
When you started playing it again, what season were you in?
It starts out in spring.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you went back to it on Switch. Like you went to your old game, right? Or did
I
you start
started. I started an all new one.
Oh, you started a new one. So you've gone. Okay, yeah. I was like, where did you have you played through like a whole year again, or
Yeah,
almost?
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
I played almost through the first year, so yeah, I'm gonna do it like it's gonna be more speed runny this time I play it. I think to just try to get to the end, and then we'll see how I feel afterwards if I keep playing it. But in the meantime, though, I got another game. This game's real cool, and this is one we had talked about before. I think it was in the indie world.
Yeah, I think
it's
it's
called.
I think I know which one you got.
It's called MiniShoot Adventures.
Ooh.
Cool. How?
So,
how
yeah, I was
yeah.
actually.
How
I
is
decided
it?
I was gonna buy a game this week, but I was gonna buy a cheap one,
Yeah.
and this one was like $15 or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's like
$15.99.
yeah, I think it's 14 or 15.99. I was kind
And
of
I
the same
probably could have
boat.
got it on sale if I would have bought it before, but I was like, you know what? No, I don't care. I want to support this developer, and I keep hearing good things about it, and it looks like it's totally up my alley. So I bought
not
it.
tried it
and You know what? It's great. Oh
great.
yeah, I have. It's very much like what we've heard that it's like Zelda. It's like the first Zelda game, but it's like bullet hell instead of instead of running around with a sword. And it's not super bullet hell all the time, but when you get to like some of the harder enemies, like everything is like a sentient ship. So like at the top, when I said earlier, like, oh, by the way, I said my name was Jeremy Jellyfish because I was trying to do a Harold Halibut kind of title
Oh, sure.
in case no one got that. But the other thing is that I said, you gotta love cute little ships, and think back on like the little submarine game and stuff in UFO 50 that I loved so much. This is kind of like that, or like Fantasy Zone. This is like a cute game where you are like basically a sentient ship, and you have to go rescue other sentient ships. And but it's totally got like dungeons, and the dungeons have keys and puzzles and stuff, and lots of waves of enemies. But that's just kind of like how it works. You'll like get somewhere, and then it'll be like Zelda, like where the doors will be locked and you have to fight everything. And then they'll come in like waves. And some of these enemies are pretty hard, but there's a level up system, and you're constantly picking up experience. So even if you keep running into the wall where you can't get past something, you can improve your stats, like things that are very noticeable, like your rate of fire, or like how powerful your shots are, or how far they can go before they like dissolve or whatever, like range. There we go. That's it. And it's very compelling to keep playing because you want to like level all that stuff up and get through these different parts. And there's like hidden areas and little treasures. There's heart pieces in it. You have to collect 4 heart pieces to increase your energy. And yeah, so I fought like the first dungeon. I beat the first dungeon, and it looks like there's at least 4 dungeons. So I've probably got quite a while before I'm done with this. But it's very much like an open world, like the original Zelda, in that sense that you can go a lot of places before you're ready to, and you'll just get your ass handed to you. But yeah, I'm having a great time with this. Oh, the other thing is like you can level up, but you can respec whenever you want. Like it doesn't prevent you from that. So if you don't like your build, you can very easily just, no matter where you are, you don't even have to go anywhere special. Just from the menu, you can change your build by redistributing your points. And I think that's really cool. It actually lets you like I was fighting these enemies where I wanted to stay further away from them, so I switched my build around to where my shot went further, and then after that I switched it back because I wanted to have more powerful shots and didn't need all the range. So it kind of lets you like change up your play a little bit in that regard.
Makes narrative sense too, because you're like a little ship and you're just like repairing yourself and swapping out your parts.
And like, so yeah, when you rescue the ships, like they'll kind of go back to the home area, which you'll respawn at if you die on the map. If you're inside like a cave or a dungeon, then you'll respawn at the beginning of the dungeons, like Zelda. And so they'll in turn help you like upgrade your ship as well. And I got to where I've got like a boost ability where I can go faster. I got a kind of a rapid dash, which lets you go over little like gaps and stuff. so you can like open up more of the map that way. And
What was
it's
it? The
pretty much a
boots
Metroid.
in Zelda, the wing boots.
Kind of like that, but you're not ramming into things. It's like
Pegasus
you're speeding
boots?
up so you can like right. No, it's more like you're like jumping over a pit, but you're doing it by like doing it like a rapid like a like here, and you can only clear so much space before you fall. You'll fall down holes a lot in this, and it's very very much a cute game, and it's also very frustrating. But I've found it pretty fun so far, and I haven't wanted to put it down yet, other than to go back to Stardew.
I'm glad one of us got that game. Yeah, I was definitely
This is definitely going to be my
intrigued
game
by
of the
it.
year list as of now.
Yeah, I wanted to try to get like a $20 or less game, but there's like so many of them, and I don't know. I still have decided.
I think that shows well.
I'll probably end up getting the fucking Starship Troopers game because it looks dumb, and I like those type of games.
Pokopia is burning a hole in my pocket. Like I got to get that.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
probably get that within the next month. Maybe when I get my first double paycheck.
I just saw that my I mentioned it before on the show that like, you know, my niece who's like super into Pokemon said that she didn't need a Switch 2. Well, I just saw yesterday that she bought one because she's playing Pokopia already. So
Wow. Okay.
A lot of people like that.
so it took her onto the other side, and she has a birthday in a couple days. So, but yeah, and I was gonna text her and be like, oh, I see you got a Switch 2, huh? You know, because I saw her online playing Pokopia.
For your birthday, I bought myself Pokopia.
And I figured if anybody, yeah, I was like, if any game was gonna get her to buy a Switch 2. Well, she also put 200 hours into Pokemon Legends Z through A, so I mean, you know, maybe she just wanted to just keep playing Pokemon shit, which, you know,
That's
why,
a real
why not?
gamer.
It's going to be interesting to look at the numbers next month to see how
For
many
Pokopia?
people. Yeah, well, not for Pokopia, but the spike in people who bought Switch 2s.
Oh yeah, because Pokopia already did like 3 million or something like that, right? They've already done a pretty good amount, like from the time it's been released. So at least I heard they've already cleared a few million. So good for them.
Well, I've got one thing to talk about, so let's just get to it pretty quick.
Sure.
I beat Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise.
Designer.
Good job.
That's called Happy Home Paradise.
Is it called Paradise on the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I thought it was I thought it was the same as the other one.
Yeah, this was, as I said before, this was very tedious. It's just you have to design 30 homes.
I can't believe
My
that you
gosh.
just like. Well, go ahead. You know, I mean, you did it the whatever,
Path of least resistance, yes.
which also would be the most boring way to do it
You
because
felt compelled to
you're
finish
not-
it, and you couldn't resist the impulsion. I get it.
because how many?
Yes.
Because you said how many do you have to do of
3,
like this?
0, 30.
That's so many, and especially if you're not even
So
putting
many.
any sort of effort into any of them. Like, what is the point even? I guess because you want to design the
All I wanted
houses,
to do is
right?
redesign my houses on my island.
Yeah.
And so it's
Did you do anything cool with that? Now that
no, I
finally-
haven't done that yet.
Or you
but-
just like
'cause
F
I'm-
this game because you're so bored.
No, because I've been working on just, besides video games, a project that's taken a lot of my time. So
Sure.
I in between that, and I've also been doing the stocks, which has me checking it every morning.
Oh,
so
no.
it's just like a nice little thing to do for like 15, 20 minutes. and then
Stocks in Animal Crossing or stocks
Yep.
in real life?
The stock
Animal
market.
Crossing, yeah.
Oh, you mean
I'm so glad I stopped doing that.
the whatever they're called? What are they? The
Yep.
turnips or something?
Yeah, the turnips,
Yeah,
yep.
turnip market.
Yeah, I
It's
forgot.
called the STALK market.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
How do you check them?
You have, you get them on Sundays, right? You can get them in a limited window from 6 a.m. to
Yeah,
12 on
I
Sundays.
remember
And then
that, but
you
it's-
you go to the Tom Nook's and you just ask what's the price for today.
And then you got to find a friend who's got like a really good price, and then bring all your turnips to their island and sell them. That's the annoying part, because you got to annoy people to be like, "Hey, let me come to your island."
we did. I mean, we did it a few times, like the three
I
of
did,
us.
and
I remember that.
I felt like
Mhm.
to
I
trying
felt
to
like
get
a
our
horrible
ship paid
person
off. Yeah,
that I was so obsessed with going to this island to get.
I do think. I think that was like one of my least favorite things. The game was the turnips, because
I kind
of
of like it.
Well, and also like I've bought them and forgot about it, and they'd like rot in my basement or whatever. Like I had that happen a few. Because if you don't sell them like during the week, right, they all go bad. Like you
They'll
can't,
go bad.
you
You
can't
have
just
to
keep
sell
them.
them within the week. Well, so to resolve that, and you also can't keep them in your inventory, so you have to find some place to put them.
Yeah,
in
you
the
need
world.
like a space, right? Like you can put them in your basement, but they take
Yeah,
up
then
spots,
they
right?
also rot if you don't get rid of them quick enough.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I was saying.
to resolve that issue, I created a turnip bank. So I just have a spot behind Tom Nook's where I just bury the turnips.
I remember that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
make it Tom's problem.
but this time around, I bought so many. I bought 700,000 worth. So
why?
I've been checking because
so you can sell them on your own.
No, because there's one last sort of big benchmark to hit, which is I have to expand my storage. That's one of the things that came with the.
Oh yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah, that's $1 million.
I remember. I remember it being pretty high, like even for the first one.
It's $1 million.
Update.
So I bought 700,000 worth to try and like get one last big score and have a whole bunch of retirement funds essentially, and then I can rearrange everybody's houses, and then I can be done.
We could always check our turnip whatever, and you could come sell them. Sell them over here.
Well, I got them as it happens this week. I got a pretty good deal, so it was 95, which is pretty low. I think the usual low is like 90 or so. So, but you can sell them for as much as 130 or even 150 sometimes. So I just check it every day, and that's sort of my 15 minutes at the start of my actual day. And then I move on to do my project that I've been working on.
Sure.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm not going to get to redesign my island until I finish this job that I'm doing. So I might temporarily give it a pause until like say probably May or so, once I sell my stocks and all that stuff. But that's what I've been up to video game wise.
But May is like, isn't that like 007 First Light time?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yep.
Yeah, you won't be playing it then, I don't think. Because I imagine you're going to get that and put like 600 hours into it, like you did on the other one.
Also, Tomodachi Life will be out by then.
Oh yeah, that's April, right? Yeah, Tomodachi's like end of April, which I completely forgot that game was coming out.
Yeah, April 16th.
Yeah. Oh, it's like the day. It's like right next to Pragmata. It's coming out on like the 17th. So there you go.
All right, let's take a break.
But yeah, Happy Home Designer. You basically did the bare minimum. Did you mention?
Yeah, I did the bare minimum. So I should mention this. So at the very end, when you beat the DLC, there's a KK slider party, because of course there is. But
yeah, like
DJ KK,
right? Yeah, I've seen that. Well, I've seen it. Jess showed it to me.
And it's so funny because he's playing like this upbeat, let's dance techno music, and then there's a montage of all your things that you designed. And my rooms are just all so boring. There's just all these like dull, empty rooms playing to this like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. I mean, that's really dedication to just drop the items like 30 times. Like
that's what I did.
I understand like it, like that was a big critique of a lot of people, that it's not really you're not judged at all, but it's kind of like what you bring into it, I guess. Like Jess goes crazy, like designing these rooms like super like complicated and all that, and it's like whether you give a shit or not, to do all that stuff. And
I do that for my island, and I intend to do that for the houses now that I can redesign them.
Yeah,
but just like
those places, you're 30
like, times.
Fuck that. Yeah,
if I get into it, like we've all been there designing a space in Animal Crossing. If I'm really being serious about it, I might spend like 2-3 hours. I'm not going to do that 30 times. It's going to cost me 100 hours.
Well, especially if you're like doing it over and over and over again. I think the idea was to do it here and there. Like I even if you're super into it, that just seems like something I don't want to do. That just seems like brain kill for me or whatever. Like my brain would just explode.
What I settled on from the start, and I think I even texted Jess this because I was asking something about when I started on this journey. Asking like what I have to do to redesign the houses, to redesign the rooms and everything. And Jess told me that you have to do this, and I said, well, everybody's getting like a bed, and that's about it. So
sure, yeah, you're gonna do.
That's what I did. Yeah,
you're planning from the start.
And I decided I was going to do 5 a day, and I pretty much stuck to that. Like just push through it, 5 a day. That costs about 20 minutes of my actual time to do that. and then here I am. So I never have to do this again.
Yeah, you put a lot of time into it.
Until the new Animal Crossing.
Since the Switch 2 update, like you've really done. I mean, out of the three of us, you've definitely played it more than any of us have. I think you're like 160 or something, right? Like you've gone pretty far, like since the update.
But I will say the update brings some kind of cool stuff that I might have to redesign a couple of rooms for, because you have a separate currency. You can't pay with bells. You have to pay with the currency you get from redesigning the rooms.
Yeah, same with the hotel, right? Also, you
Same
get
with the
hotel currency. Yeah.
So I might do it to get a couple of those things, but other than that, done.
To get some extra furniture or whatever, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I know Jess was saying that when they were listening to our podcast and hearing you talking down on Happy Home Designer, and or Happy Home Paradise, they're just just having a great time just building giant rooms and all that. But we did actually get a comment from Jess, which I want to read before I forget about it. We can go to break after that. Not about Happy Home Designer or Happy Home Paradise. On the NintenDomain community page, which anybody can go to, Jess said, had to come all the way out here to Facebook to say, if the Lego brick has all those features, it's going to have a Find Me option. If it gets lost, I bet you $5 you can get on the app and track it wherever it goes, or track wherever it is, and make
a beeping sound
and make it chirp or something.
Yeah,
and then
I think they're probably right.
And then after that, we also got a comment from another one of our listeners. Hutch says, "Knowing my luck, I will have to wait for our dog to quote unquote pass it."
Yeah.
Now I understand. I didn't understand that when you posted that. It took a second to realize it was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But yeah, no, Jess wanted to let us know about the fancy Lego bricks that we talked about last week? Yeah, I guess it was last week. So
it was.
But thanks for writing in. If anybody writes into the show, we will. Yeah, we will definitely read it. So anyway, let's take a break and we'll come back and talk about the news.
Time to take a break. I mean a break.
Got to take a break in the bathroom.
That dog literally shit a brick.
Ouch.
Hey, you.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you. Subscribe to our Patreon to hear our bonus shows, which happen every month.
I'm tired.
Tired of all the big corporate podcasts spoon-feeding you the same old video game news on every single show?
Spaghetti. Ravioli.
Then expand!
With NintenDomain Expansion Pack.
It's us talking about old games that were important to us. It's us interviewing people that we meet at conventions. And heck, it's live shows from those same conventions. It's basically everything you could want that NintenDomain ever made.
Here we go!
And it's just $1 a month.
That's less than a bad indie on the eShop.
It's $12 a year, which is less than Nintendo Switch Online.
Thank you so much for subscribing to our Patreon and supporting NintenDomain.
Just go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast and hey, Mario, let go. Whoa! He's throwing us back to the show.
So long, Bowser.
Patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast.
Game over.
from the break. Let's see. Of course, as continuing in every week of the Switch 2's life, we have plenty of games releasing as normal. So let's talk about the news and the games that are releasing this week.
News. Don't snooze or you miss the news.
Dead Zone Rogue, which was in the Partner Direct that we saw, is coming out this week. There's a lot of these games are on sale, too. This one's on sale for $20 through the 29th of March. It's a roguelite FPS. I was kind of interested in this, but the roguelite part scares me, so I'll just have to wait and see what people say about it. I don't know. This game actually already exists for other systems. I saw other people playing it on PlayStation. It's been out for a while for like PS5 and Xbox Series and all that, so I don't know. We'll see who reviews it on Switch or whatever. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. It's another one of those games, one of those tactical games that I'm probably never going to play. Hardcore Tactical Stealth is coming out this week for $40. Rubato, which had a demo. I think John played a little bit.
I tried. Yep, it's interesting. It's a pretty fun game. It's a definitely indie, kind of wild and a little punk rock. And, unconventional. I would say that's a good word for it, unconventional.
I do want to. I have the demo. I just never played it, so I should
worth trying.
I should try out the demo sometime. I don't know. Like most of the time, demos, I won't play them unless they continue into the game, or I might just download it and just forget about it and then delete it later when I'm trying to free up space. So I did delete a bunch of stuff because I was trying to re-download Street Fighter 6. I still can't figure out how to buy any characters on that game though. It's fucking stupid. Why can't you just buy it like everything else? Because I wanted to try to get Alex, but I don't know how to do it. So Rubato comes out this week. The big thing I'm looking forward to, which I'm excited, it's out right now, Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, which is like an old school FPS, but I think it's new actually. But it has FMV in it, John's favorite thing. They actually have one. I know one of the main actors from the original movie is in it, and it's supposed to take place after the first Starship Troopers. I know there's like 5 of them.
Is the FMV just like stuff on TVs in the background?
No, I mean it is like there's a full on FMV like story that
cool
about and they got the main like one of the main like commanding guys is in there that was in the movie. I watched a review of it a couple days ago.
I wonder how well it mimics a Paul Verhoeven look, because that movie and all of his movies have a very distinctive like sci-fi but kind of cartoony and style, interesting editing and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean I heard good things about it. Like I like the movie. I only saw the first one. I mean I know there's like a whole bunch of sequels, but
I have the book, but I haven't been able to get through it because I'm bad at reading.
I mean, you should listen to it audiobook form through YouTube. Is it out there?
I tried. I fell asleep.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. What is it? Casper Van Dien? I think he's the one that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Rico is in the new one also. And it's actually like progressed in the future. I think he has like an eye patch now. But no, it's I don't know. It seems cool. And there's a part where you get to play as the bugs too, which is fun. It's like a third person bug part, so you can play both sides. The humans and the bugs. You know how I like these dumb first-person shooter games, and this one has definitely stuck out to me. It's Switch 2 only, and it's on sale through the 23rd. $20 marked
Seems
down
like a really
from
good
24.
franchise for something like, dare I say, cheesy as an old school first-person shooter. Like the movie was very cheesy. But
Oh yeah,
it was a good movie. It was a great movie.
But the movie has been talked about now, like because we're very much living in that time now. You could see a lot of similarities to our fucked up system that we live in now. I
wonder how much this game was.
Starship Troopers.
And Demolition Man.
I wonder how much the creation of this game was inspired by. What's that popular one on Sony? Helldivers 2?
Yeah, I was going to say,
supposedly.
It was actually, I mean, the review that I saw of it, they did compare it to Helldivers 2, which is good because a lot of people really like that game. But
that game
has
was
that sort of
famously inspired by Starship Troopers, so it's fair play.
Sure. But I haven't bought a dumb first-person shooter game in a while. So I've been wanting to check it out. We'll see. Maybe by next week I'll have it and we can talk about it.
You could save a few bucks and get the Postal Brain Damage DLC.
Yeah, I thought about getting that one too. So Postal Brain Damage. We all got codes for this from the developers, but there's a DLC It's out now, I think, and it's $7.99. And if you watch the trailer for it, basically the president declares war on gingers. He wants all the gingers to die, and that's the plot of the DLC. So
Wow.
the postal guy has red hair, and the and a president that sounds very much like our Lord and Master Trump on the radio says,
Gingercidal rampage.
all right, we got to kill all the people with red hair. He doesn't say gingers, he says red hair, but we all know what that means. And that's basically what kicks it off, but it takes place in summertime also. So, I don't know. I do kind of want to... I never made it all the way through the original one, the Postal Brain Damage, so I would like to go back and
for
finish
reasons.
it. Yeah, you had some issues with it, but just like some glitch stuff. But I got pretty far, but I was stuck. I was like in this I was in like this graveyard, and they just threw like guy after me, and I just kept
I felt like it was
dying.
actively damaging my brain, so that part worked.
It was a fun game. I had a lot of fun with it, but I got to a part that I couldn't progress past. So I had to stop playing it. But I mean, it's one of those like backlog games that I still think about that I want to go back to and finish because I had a lot of fun with it, and it's got really stupid weapons, and you get to fight. There's a giant Karen boss at one point where you could fight this lady at a grocery store that's all pissed, and that was fun.
That's pretty dope.
Rushing Beat X: Return of the Brawlers, which is actually getting put out by Clear River Games, friend of ours. It's coming out this week also, on sale for $20.69, marked down from $22.99 till the 26th. So get that.
It's like
that
such
sale.
a petty little sale.
It's like
a
save
5%
saves like
discount,
$3. I mean, there's a lot of they do this a lot, like where they do like release sales where they take a couple dollars off. I mean, if you want to get it anyway, like
I guess.
just do it. I mean, if you're already planning on getting it, I like these like couple dollar savers. Why not?
I'm sure on paper it makes sense to like, even if you just shave off a couple dollars, you probably add more sales overall.
Yeah, the whatever pre-sale discount.
Because people just, they want a deal, and they don't know if they're going to get a deal if they wait.
I think it helps if you're like if there's like a game you're not really sure of, but they take like $5 off. It's like, why not? $20 I always think is more feasible.
They essentially
than
just paid me
$30.
$5 to buy this game.
Yeah, well, it'll help push you over the edge. Why not?
I'm about to break.
Let's see, what else do we got on here?
This is interesting. Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimensions DLC is getting a code in a box physical release.
Yeah,
DLC.
Well, I don't know. Why not?
I guess this happened with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That DLC also got a code in a box at that time.
Was it in a box? I mean, because most of the time you can just buy a card from like Target. You can buy like cards that have codes on there specifically for the games, and that's that. And this
is according to
not wasting
Life.
as much stuff. I don't remember ever seeing any DLC in a box for Pokemon. I mean, I've seen like you go to Target and you see the little card that's like that has the game on it, but you don't have to waste all the plastic around it. So I mean that is interesting because I've never really seen that before. But whatever, you can physically hand it to somebody, or you can just buy the code and give it away. That's what I do most of the time.
Take advantage of dumb people.
Well, I mean, if you need something to wrap, I'll just print out the code and put that in a box and wrap it.
I gotta say, I got the WWE that way. It's a code in the box. And honestly, I kind of like it.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense for that because it's.
I'm talking about DLC though specifically.
Yeah,
that's where
the DLC is a little.
You gotta draw lines somewhere.
I mean, there's plenty of games that do that, and I think. I mean, that's better. I think that for the games that are like game cards, it should just be a code in a box. Like it.
So can't you buy like a Fortnite V-Bucks or whatever gift card at the store for people?
Yeah, you can. I mean, just like you can buy like a gift card to fucking, whatever, a Steak and Shake or something like that.
Pier 1.
It's with all those other places. But
We're getting some upgrades to Switch 2 from Tales of the Shire, Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah, that's coming out next week. I saw that on there, but I guess it's free if you already have it. Yeah, it is free. The game did not review very well because apparently it ran like ass on Switch 1. So, also even aside from that, it was kind of boring. Was what I heard. Even if it did run well, you had it on PS5. So cool.
I mean, I always kind of assumed it was boring to hang out in the Shire.
I mean, I don't know. If you're into that stuff, it could be fun. But I mean, I don't know.
You can only eat so many breakfasts before you're like, enough with the breakfast.
Yeah, and constant singing and hairy feet. Like, I don't know. I don't like that.
I mean, I like Harry Styles, but not Harry Feet.
I was like, maybe hairy feet will be all right, but the constant singing, no, thank you. What is this? A
it's
fucking
like
musical
heaven. I
game?
don't want to go there.
I don't want that.
And then Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3 remastered.
I have that game.
You got that, yeah.
It has a Switch 2
Getting a
edition
Switch
now.
2. Yep.
Oh, is this
Actually,
is this
it's
the
out now
one?
already.
This is the one that kind of has like had some controversy, right? Because they were saying that some of the new costumes looked like they were AI created. I think I saw that online, but they're claiming that they aren't. But people are calling some of the free DLC costumes AI slop. So I don't know. Tomb Raider. These games were kind of in the same position that Jeremy was saying about Stardew Valley. Is I pretty much stopped playing Tomb Raider 1 because it would just consume me, and I just wouldn't.
Wow. Tomb Raider? What?
Yeah, no, Tomb Raider 1, when I was playing the remastered version, I just would play it for a really long time, and it was dangerous, so I just stopped playing it because I would just play it for too long, and I was like, well, I don't want to. I know if I play it, I'm going to play it for like.
that.
I just
It
really
seems like the kind of game that like invites you to play it again and again.
Well, I mean, I never beat it, but I really like the puzzle box aspect of it. It's just a giant puzzle box, is the way it works, and you have to like, it's like sort of point and clicky, I guess, but I don't like those games. But you basically have to, go through everywhere to find it, and I would just get stuck on some of these puzzles and just play it and play it and play it. It was kind of an editing game that I would do, but I would play it and then I just keep playing it for days and not play anything else. So I kind of stopped because of that. But hey, it's on Switch too. Maybe I'll go back and try to beat Tomb Raider 1 again.
See you next year.
I mean, I've actually never played. I've never beat it before, so I could try to or something.
Oh, see you in 2 years.
We already talked about all the update stuff for the Switch.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is getting DLC, or got it already. It's already out.
I think it's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really follow these games, but
Claws of Waji. Yep. I'm interested still in Shadows. I thought I heard it was pretty good.
I'm
I've
sure
never
it'll be.
I've never been,
I think there's so many Assassin's Creed games that I'm like, ugh, I don't want to try any of them
do kinda
because
feel that
there's
way,
too
yeah.
many.
Have you played any of them?
I have
No.
not.
I mean, I tried the first one like way back when.
Oh yeah, that was supposed. I mean, that one did not get great reviews when it came out, but I played 2, which was supposed to be really good. I didn't like it. I played 4, which is everybody like loves, the fucking pirate one. I didn't like that one either, so I've pretty much swore off Assassin's
I
Creed.
find myself not just enjoying much Ubisoft stuff that I've played.
I've played plenty of Ubisoft stuff that I like though. I just I like those old Prince of Persia games, and
I guess those are good.
there was that one game that was cool, that was like Breath of the Wild but wasn't. Remember that one that we got?
Yeah,
it was cool.
yeah,
I
yeah.
never beat it. It was like right after Breath of the Wild, but I had a really good time with that. That was the Ubisoft game. That Star Wars game was
We got
Ubisoft
the one,
also.
yeah.
So I mean, I don't like discriminate.
That was
against their
the first
company.
time I was like, I really want to play this game, but I know it'll go on sale if I wait. And then it went on sale like 2 weeks later. It was like something ridiculous like that, where it was like a quarter of the price very quickly after release.
I mean, that's how they screw themselves over for most of their things, is people expect sales. But I wouldn't discriminate completely against the company. I just discriminate against Assassin's Creed games in general.
They've got some bad business practices and a lot of credible abuse allegations and stuff with some of their former CEOs, and
Oh yeah, like
only former
Plenty.
because they left under good circumstances, not because they left in disgrace. Yeah, Ubisoft's kind of problematic. I got to be honest.
so are Assassin's Creed games. Anyway,
Did we mention that the Talking Flower is out?
no, because I don't care. But is it out
That's
now?
who we're going to
So-
have as a guest next week.
Oh no, never. I mean, we've mentioned that none of us care about it, but it's you can buy it at places now.
Yep, it's out. It's $35. A couple of the sites have.
That's
Reviewed
That's
it.
$34 too much. It should be. They should pay me to
It
take
has
that thing.
ChatGPT built in.
If they paid me to take the talking flower, I'd just throw it away just to keep it. I'd take the
Wow.
money and just toss it just to keep it from no
Give
one
it to
else
a
getting it.
child. Give it to the child of someone you greatly dislike.
I don't want anyone to have it. I would destroy it. I would.
But I'm
just,
saying,
like, I
give
would
it to
melt
the
it down.
child of someone you greatly dislike that would
You're worse
get
than me,
annoyed by
yes.
it constantly.
I don't think I dislike anybody that much. You mean like,
Wow.
or unless I guess I could just give it to Trump's kid, like that sort of thing. One of those idiots.
I guess so. Sure.
Some of those fail sons. If I could just run into them and be like, "Here's a
Uh,
talking flower, moron."
There we go.
Maybe
yeah,
tie a
everybody-
balloon to it and then see where it lands.
No,
I said buy all the talking flowers and send them all to Trump.
I'm going to throw them all into Lake Michigan.
Do one of those like scenes from like the romantic movies where like someone gets in a fight and then they go to their room and it's like full of flowers, except in this case it's all the talking flowers.
Oh my god! And then you kill yourself directly
And
after.
you open the door. You open the fucking door and it's like 8,000 of these flowers saying different things to you that make you want to die.
Hey, I don't even remember what that stupid flower says.
I mean, that's enough.
Up and at 'em.
done already.
I don't know. Bunch of dumb
All right,
shit.
stop. You're triggering me.
I said before, I think this is the worst thing Nintendo has ever made, and I stand by that. This is stupid.
Wow, that's.
I mean,
Probably
it is,
true.
I don't know. Kids will get it for.
Did you
for
ever get
punishment.
Alarmo? You got to get Alarmo.
Oh yeah, I got Alarmo. I like Alarmo. Alarmo's really good.
Do you use Alarmo?
I use it every day. It's fantastic. It's a legit great alarm clock with a really useful innovation in that you have to move around to wake up. Like it actually makes you wake up in order to turn the thing off. So that's cool. It works.
Apparently, it only works if it's just you. If you don't,
Yeah,
if you
that's
have anybody
another
else
thing,
sleeping with you, it doesn't work, or it doesn't read. It only reads
I have a
one
feeling
body.
pets might interfere with it as
Yeah,
well.
pets too.
Especially the ones that like to sleep by your head, even though you keep telling them that you don't want them to do that.
Oh yeah, the Spooky will sleep on my head sometimes.
I don't like it.
I don't mind.
We got some new
dirty litter box feet on my pillow.
we got some new Hori racing wheels.
Yeah, it's pretty much well, it's kind of the same thing, but it has a C button on it now, right? It's like pretty much the exact same because they've already made many of these. Hori has. Now this one says Mario Kart on it, and it has a C button. So
Yeah,
that's
well,
the
they
difference.
have two models. I don't know if they had two models before, but they have one that's for adults and one that's for kids, the smaller one.
Yeah, one of them has a dildo on it, and the other one is just normal.
It's an adult only.
It's like
just
what's
sold
the
in
adult
stores.
one? Yeah, it's got a seat with you could sit on it.
It actually works as a weed vape as well.
Yeah, it injects like acid into you or something. I don't know.
Nice.
Heroin. What do
That's how
they
people do
inject?
acid
What do
nowadays.
people inject into people?
Marijuana.
Well, we
People
got
been shooting up marijuana lately.
a Nintendo Music update. Super Mario. What can I speak? Jeez, Super Metroid.
Super Metroid, which I thought was already on there, but
So did I.
maybe because I've had the soundtrack of it on my computer since the beginning of time. But now it's out there for anyone who didn't download the soundtrack that was available out there. But also, actually, what I thought was kind of interesting is there's like a new playlist that just has vocal songs on it or something like that
Yeah,
just came out. Like that made me maybe want to turn on my Nintendo Music that I haven't turned on in the last like 7 months, probably 8 months. I don't know. I don't remember when I turned it on last. I think the last time I used it was when they put the Kirby Air Riders music in there, and I listened to a couple of those songs when I was driving to a job somewhere. So that could have been, I don't know when. I think that might have been like June, whenever Kirby Air Riders came out. That was when I listened to it, or right before it. There was a direct thing that it said in there. But the vocal thing could be interesting. If you go way back into some of the old NintenDomain episodes, there's a WART radio episode, probably one of the first or second ones that I did, that has all vocal tracks on there. And I guarantee that none of these are on Nintendo Music. So if you want to hear some great vocal tracks, go back and listen to that. Like stuff along the lines of Sonic and Katamari Damacy and those great vocal songs, which I don't think we have at all any of those on Nintendo Music.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that song.
Yeah, I know you were into Seventh Guest.
Me?
Yeah, you liked that game, didn't you?
Yeah, I almost bought the re-release, and I'm glad I didn't because now it's getting a remake.
Full remake. Yeah,
Yeah, you have the re-release of it.
I do.
I played Seventh Guest. I think I got it on the cheap from Radio Shack way back in the 90s. I remember playing it on my old IBM compatible computer that we had. Maybe it was a Dell back in like 96, 97, whatever. So, yeah, I remember playing that game. And there's many times that I almost bought it on sale on Switch. And I guess I'll wait for the remake now, and also not buy that. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
And I was wondering, did they re-record the video? And yes, they did actually. So it's
okay.
new actors. It's a whole new game from the ground up. And they recorded it with volumetric video. So I guess that means I don't know what, like the same way they do like for the Apple Vision Pro or whatever. Like it's recorded in 3D or something.
Volumetric video sounds like I don't know, something from Starship Troopers, like some made up future video.
Hold on, I just received a volumetric video.
Yeah.
The bugs are close.
We did talk about South of Midnight last week, but you were not on when we did. It was just us and Shake. But South of Midnight is coming out at the end of the month. I'm very excited about that game, just because I've heard really good things about it, and it's a female black protagonist and lots of mythology going along with that. So,
like Southern fan, it almost looks like what was that TV show? Country.
True Blood.
No, something country.
Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Oh, I mean, I wish it was.
Oh
like
wait,
that.
I just watched the first season of that. I know.
Did you watch Lovecraft Country? There's only
I watched
one.
the first season.
There's
of it,
only
like,
one season.
A couple weeks ago.
A couple episodes of it. Yeah.
There's only one season.
You know what?
So
I didn't watch the
all
whole
of it.
first season. I watched I watched far enough into it to where the time frame changes, but never mind. That was it feels like a new season, but it's not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say there's only one season, but it was really good, and it does goes weird places. But I mean, I think this one is more like Southern, like I don't know exactly. I mean, it's not
Princess and the Frog.
Lovecraft is more like like monsters
Horror,
and
yeah.
sci-fi and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm
This is
intrigued by
more
this one.
for fairy tale, I guess. Like kind of a dark fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very I don't know. It's very cultural, as you would say. But no, I really want to play it. And it's coming out at the end of the month. And I think you have it on here somewhere too, right? The Marvel Maximus collection is coming out, or Maximum collection is coming out at the end of the month too. It's coming out on the 27th. And there's not a price of it yet, and it's not on the eShop yet. I've been checking constantly because I want to know how much it costs, because I will buy that game because I have to remedy my stream, because I tried streaming Maximum Carnage and I lost at the end at the very last boss. It's on YouTube still. I actually watched it again to look at how I fucked up. But I want to do it again and beat it all the way through, because I have beaten it. I did it in high school a couple times, and I just need to remedy that. So whenever I get it, I'm streaming that shit, and I'm going all the way, and I'm fucking sticking my foot in Carnage's ass live on Twitch. So
remember, you can shapeshift around it. Be careful.
And I'm using no save states. I'm doing it fucking the way you would do it.
Damn.
In the original one, I'm going to use one of my 8-bit Do Pro controllers, because I need something that's closest to the Super Nintendo controller, so I could feel like I did. Because I played the crap out of the original Maximum Carnage game when it came out. Whether it's good or not is debatable. But I had a really good time playing it, and I can get all the way to the end at least. But Carnage is kind of a bitch. But there's a secret room that I was unable to figure out how to get into at the end there. But I know how to do it now, so I can do it. I can beat him. It's going to happen. But yeah, no, it has not showed up on the eShop, but please put it up there so I could see how much it costs. Because hopefully it's not going to be like that expensive. I don't want it to be
only if
over
it's
30.
like a completely red casing.
It could be. I mean, it's digital. I mean, there's a physical
Aren't
one
all
out
Switch
there.
2 games in red cases?
Oh, sure, yeah. That's
say the
true.
release date.
Yeah, the 27th.
Yeah. So the other game that got a release date was Kyoto Xanadu.
Yeah, it did. It's supposed to be out in like July.
July 16th in Asia.
Well,
So the
yeah.
US
There's
release date is not clear
there's not an American release date yet. So that doesn't. I mean, Ease 10 Proud Nordics came out like almost a year before the American one did. So that kind of sucks that it's not going to be that it's not going to be like simultaneous between the two of them. But that gives me more time to beat Tokyo Xanadu, which I'd really like to go back and play because I really liked it a lot, and I still have it. So I can play.
Maybe I
it
should play
before it
Tokyo
comes out.
Mirage Sessions.
Yeah, that game's good. You play that one? It's like Persona
That
like.
would require opening the plastic on the
Oh yeah.
sealed copy I have.
Yeah, you got to sell it so you can buy something else with it. No, don't sell it. I wonder what that's
Oh.
worth. I did look up the Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is going for like $200 and above, so it's pretty.
I looked up a lot of
pretty
my
good
stuff
steal
recently because
for,
I've been so poor, and the game I found out was worth a lot of money, which kind of surprised me, but I guess isn't that surprising. If you have the physical version of Twilight Princess for Wii U,
Oh, I have that game. I mean, you do too.
if you have the physical version of that, that's going for quite a pretty penny online. And if you have the
Well, you
version
probably
with
want the box
amiibo-
with the amiibo, right?
Yeah, if you have the box with the
Yeah.
amiibo, you can get it. Looks like you could probably get like a couple $100 for it if you wanted to sell it, which
I-
surprises me. I had no idea it was that popular, but I guess since it's not on the Switch yet, maybe that's part of the reason.
You know, when Jess and I got married in 2019, like, you know, my family was in Chicago for the wedding and all that. Well, you guys were too, of course. But I went to Toy de Jour with my sister, with my oldest sister Kelly, and you know, and her husband, and you know, my nephew and all that. And he ended up, you know, they bought that game from Toy de Jour. They had it there, the Wii U full edition with the amiibo on that, and I think he bought it for like $20
Wow.
in like 2019. Like he was selling it for like nothing. Like really, it was really on the cheap.
I'd say look on eBay and maybe like it surprised me because I didn't realize it was that rare. Like I remember seeing it sitting at Walmart every time I'd go there.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's gone.
buying it.
I saw it go up in prices. Like the last time I went to last time I saw it at like a resale place, I thought it was pretty high. But I did see that even the Wind Waker one went down, you know, a little bit because of the re-release of the GameCube one on Switch 2. Even though the HD one is better, but you know, whatever.
My Urban Yeti game keeps going up. I was thinking about selling it, but I don't want to. It's my retirement plan now.
I saw that the like the Yakuza discs that I have are worth something now. Now that people care,
I actually made like a spreadsheet.
because I have I haven't like looked up it specifically, but like Yakuza 3, because it's unavailable now, like the original one, because they made the remake of it. The physical copy of it's like worth something. So I don't want to sell any of my Yakuza games, but I have 3 and 4 physical. I mean, 5 wasn't released here physical, but I have that, and I have 1 and 2 also. So they might be worth something if I really need that. But speaking of Yakuza, there is actually a new Yakuza show out there, which was put out by IGN. IGN is a streaming service now. So if you go to the IGN YouTube, you can watch the first 3 episodes of the new Yakuza TV show, which is made by a Japanese
It's an actual
company.
like produced TV show. It's not like
Yeah, it's full hour-long episodes.
Just still have to have your IGN Insider subscription from 2004.
No, you don't. You can watch it for free on YouTube. It's there. I watched a little bit of it just to see that it was on there, but I haven't had time to watch anything like recently. But I do kind of want to check it out because it does actually look better, much better than the Amazon one did. Like it has, like you can tell that it's really trying to be like the game. Like it does, where it like pauses on the characters and says who they are when they get introduced. Like I even saw a clip of it where Kiryu is like does his like super move and he has like the flame coming up behind him and all that. So it's got all this like cheesiness that's making it look like the video game. Even though I don't like the way Kiryu looks, like he doesn't look like Kiryu. But I heard that they're actually using the real voice actors from the game to play them in live action. Because I know Nishiki is the same, so I don't know. It's probably going to be a hell of a lot better than the Amazon one. So, but I watched a couple seconds of it. And I
I
was
remember Nishiki.
well, you don't know him because he died in Yakuza 1. Spoilers!
That would make sense.
He was Kiryu's best friend. He dies pretty... Well, no, he doesn't. He dies at the end of the game. Sorry, everybody who's not played that game, but it was a big...
My favorite characters are Majima and Ichiban, of course.
Speaking of Majima is actually coming to not 1, but 2 Sega games.
What?
Majima is coming as a free DLC character for motherfucking Sonic... Sega Racing Crossworlds.
Okay, that makes
Sonic
sense,
Racing
actually.
Crossworlds, my favorite game. But he's showing up as a Pirate Majima specifically from the
Hell yeah.
Pirate Majima game, and you
That game's
get
so good.
and you get a pirate ship to drive as well. So cool. You're also getting Red from Angry Birds because that's a Sega thing.
Rovio.
Yeah, I thought it was really weird that there was an Angry Birds soundtrack that you could purchase with in-game money in Yakuza Kiwami
Yeah.
3, but I guess you could do it in Infinite Wealth and Pirate,
it's in
Pirate
both.
Majima. So
Mm-hmm.
Sega owns that shit now. I mean, I don't really care that much about the bird. That's the one that's happening
I'm kind of
first.
surprised. I always thought that Angry Birds was bought by Tencent. I think I just kind of assumed they got absorbed with all that other stuff that did. But yeah, I
guess
didn't
not.
realize it was Sega that owned Rovio.
Yeah, so Rovio is first, and then it's Majima, and then there's another one. Who's the third one? I think you have it on here, right?
Started with an A.
It's not II, because II is already on there. Fuck,
Alan Wake.
Oh, I know who it is. Arl or Arlie. It's basically the main character from Puyo Puyo Pop from those games. It's you don't know the
sentient
name.
bubble.
No, it's there's a person that is in the story of those games, like since the beginning.
Oh,
So it's the main Puyo character is who that is. But also they just announced that there's Mega Man DLC coming as well in March 25th. But that's paid DLC. But that was announced on a State of Play long time ago. But now it's actually finally getting a release date. But Majima is also coming to the Shinobi game that just came out, the newest Shinobi game, as a it's called like a villains DLC or something like that. But there's a DLC story mode where you get to fight Majima in 2D in Shinobi, and
that's kind of fun.
never really cared about that game until now. I was like, wait a second, I kind of want to see what Majima looks like in this game and what that DLC entails.
But I like him.
with
I don't
in
want to
there.
kill him.
Yeah, I mean, you always fight him in the other one. Well, I mean that
There's a demo for that
aside
game.
from. Yeah, no, we played it. I played it till the end of Shinobi.
I did. I forget. I did have to fight him at one point in one of the games. that I played.
You fight him in most of them. You fight him a lot
'Cause
in Kiwami
you
1.
even fight your friends in Yakuza because you're like, I don't know, I'm kind of mad at you. Let's fight. And then you fight, and then you're fine afterwards.
Well, Majima, in the earlier Yakuza games, Majima always wants to fuck with Kiryu. He's like, I must fight you. We must have the ultimate battle. So he kind of follows him around. Especially in 1. He follows him around and says, Kiryu-chan.
I wanted to mention this cool piece of hardware that's been kickstarted. This is called the Phase Mouse. And this is cool because it's a mouse that splits in half to basically become, Joy-Con. It's not specific to the Switch or the Switch 2.
It's kind of like a reverse Joy-Con in a way. Like the way the
Essentially.
Joy-Cons turn to mice, it's like the mouse turns into the Joy-Con in this
Yeah,
case.
right?
Right. And it looks pretty slick. Like, I like the design of it. And it looks like just like a good functional mouse. But then, it opens up. You split it up in half, and it's got the sticks.
I wonder which side has the
Yeah.
sensor, or if you can use it as like dual mice, if you want, kind of like, because there are dual mice usages on the Switch too.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
For some things, right?
It doesn't mention anything about being for this. I think it's aimed at the PC, but like
Right. Probably mainly for. I think it would make the most sense in like you're traveling with your laptop, but you want a controller, and you also need a mouse, and there you go.
or maybe for Steam Deck or something. Yeah.
Yes, Steam Deck.
Yeah, I don't see myself using it, but I do
Myself.
wish they would find a better way to incorporate the mouse mode. Like I guess they had that original like idea where the Pro Controller split in half and you could use it like a mouse, or just like a better mouse, and then maybe I'd be more inclined to use it, but I don't know.
It's just not the ergonomics of it are not.
It's
Great.
it's super uncomfortable.
It's not great.
It's not
Yeah.
fun to hold. Your hand gets all squishy. It cramp up while you're trying to do it.
It's not. Yeah, it doesn't feel intuitive like it should, because a mouse is like the most intuitive interface for anything. We've been using mice since we were very young children on computers, so like to have a mouse that's not intuitive feels wrong.
Sure.
Feels like it's time for Nintendo to actually come out with an actual mouse for this thing.
Yep. Speaking of mice or mice not like characters, not really, but Tunic is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 update at some point. All of us have Tunic. I'm the only one that beat it, but you guys,
I got pretty far, but
you got to get back on that.
frustrated with it.
I know John
Oh,
got
no.
it. I think you got it for your birthday
I
or
really,
something, and you
I
played
enjoyed
it for
the world
2
building.
minutes.
I enjoyed the environmental storytelling. It was really, really good. But yeah, the combat just got too frustrating for me.
Well, I remember you. You kind of saved yourself into a corner. Jeremy did, because
That's right.
you missed the shotgun.
I missed the shotgun,
which is a really powerful weapon, and
so
you
I probably
were,
need to restart if I played again.
I think you were stuck on the boss that I couldn't beat without the shotgun, because there's a pretty hard boss thing where you have to fight it a couple times, and if you get through, there's like 2 phases, and if you get to the second phase, you can just shoot it in the face with a shotgun and it'll automatically die. But you didn't have the shotgun, so it would make it a lot more difficult. But no, Tunic was an awesome game, and I would like to see like how the higher frame rate and all that stuff for Switch 2. And I'm just saying, hopefully that would get both of you back on it because it's a very cool game. It's
as far as like Mina the Hollower, that's what I was reminded the most of was Tunic. Well, maybe less. Tunic's like very fast paced what it needs to be, but there are a lot of exploration parts that are fairly chill.
I mean, it's trying to pull like the energy of like Zelda 1, like, and especially with like the lore, because or the secrets. There's like crazy secrets in that game, and I looked some of them up, and there's like no way you would figure that out. But it does like, it has. You're
literally finding
like
pages from the manual.
Yeah,
and there's like handwritten notes on it from whoever like had the manual before. And
but the manual's also
and it's all written in like a made up language.
Yeah, it's also in a different language. It's not even in English, so it has its own like thing on top of that to try to figure out. It was just a really, really cool game, and I was hoping that would, just make you want to revisit it because it's an awesome game. So check it out.
I would like to encourage everyone to watch Computer Worlds, which was a direct of sorts that was released this week. And the theme of Computer Worlds is that these are strange and distinctive games. Like these are games that are just hard to categorize and, pretty offbeat and daring and weird and all that kind of stuff. I thought it was really creative and really cool. For the example of the type of game that's in there, I know Skate Story was in there for a moment in a montage. Think like Skate Story, how kind of weird and strange that was.
Something that bucks conventions,
like across the board. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about this until I saw it on the notes. So I didn't hear.
Yeah, you should give it a watch. I think you'll find at least a couple things in there that you'll be intrigued by.
But this is just straight up like Steam games or
Steam games, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But we might. I'm sure there's a good chance we'll see them on Nintendo in the future.
Yeah.
Steam is where we see future Switch games.
Yep. A lot of times.
So it's kind of defies explanation. It's not really a great way to explain it on a podcast. I would just say if you like odd and offbeat and weird, daring, creative indie things, yeah, this is one of the more unique. This is like there's a bunch of these indie directs out now, and this is like the most distinctive one that I think I've seen. Like, I guess it's the flip side of like the cozy direct, like where everything is made to feel like warm and fuzzy and all that. This is like meant to make you kind of like itch under your skin. This is like pretty cool stuff.
Once I get through,
everybody should watch it too.
I'll say once I get through all those other things I got to watch, maybe I'll watch it I still got to finish AW Revolution and Dynamite and Yakuza and whatever else. I got a big backlog of things to watch, and I don't watch TV enough to get through it all. So maybe someday.
You need those glasses that have the little TV built into them.
So I can walk in front of traffic and get hit and die, and then I don't have to worry about watching TV anymore.
Only if you're watching F1. Then you'll be safe.
I already watched F1.
Yeah, but did you watch it in augmented reality?
I watched it on my exercise bike. It was great.
I kind of did watch it in augmented reality then.
Yeah, that's the best way to watch things. That's why I pay the most attention. It's on the exercise bike.
Well, Trump continues to use video game stuff to promote all the bad shit that he does. This time he used Wii Sports to promote the Iran war.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the White House posting or whatever, right? I'm sure it's not him. I don't think he understands
probably one
what
of
a
those
video game
folks
is.
that it's still sticking around that are like 18 years old or something and know about the memes.
He's probably just like, make him like me, or go you over there, go make him like me. I mean,
also,
he doesn't know
the
what the fuck the Wii is.
Don't forget, it's the 20-year anniversary of the Wii coming up, and I think maybe the White House is acknowledging that.
Oh yeah,
they're celebrating it.
Maybe
like the most fucked up way possible.
Yeah,
I know, it's like the absolute worst.
Yeah, just point your Wiimote at the screen, and you can kill girls too.
Remember that game you used to play with your grandma before you were a grandma?
Yeah, you can blow up schools with women too. It'll be great.
Schools with women.
Yep.
And we say someone else did it by stealing our missile.
Yeah. Yeah. A fucking idiot.
Yeah, I think like sometimes I hesitate to talk about this kind of stuff because it's like he does this
Depressing.
in part to
It's not
antagonize the
evergreen.
left.
I get it. Yeah.
But it's like, how fucked up is it that he's doing this to antagonize the left, at least in part? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, they're going against. They're pissing off a very litigious company that has a war chest of finances. So we'll see how that goes for them.
I mean, isn't Nintendo already planning on suing?
Yes.
But
They
but I
already
think
were based on the.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
talked
what
about
they did with the
bunch of
Pocopia
companies.
font, and then also, I don't know. I there was another one for the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Like, I guess that whole meme thingy got blocked. Like they were going to get in trouble if they kept allowing people to use it because Nintendo was going after them. So like, well, surely Nintendo won't go after me for the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Did you, John? Was that you said what a deek, or something
Yep.
like that?
Yeah.
That was a good one. That made me
oh,
laugh.
thanks.
I was like, was that a comment online or was that something John said? I'm glad it was you.
Yeah, I didn't understand what it was because I didn't understand that it was straight from the Mario show. I didn't read.
Yeah,
I didn't read
it was the title.
I just saw the comment. I mean, I know what
Super
Deke.
Mario
I know
Bros.
what Deke
Show.
is, but I didn't know what exactly it was referencing.
How about we end on a positive note here? After 4 years, a solo dev, he recorded his reaction to. He wanted to like live stream his moment that he opened up his Steam page to show like what he made his first week with his game out, and he made $250,000 in his first week. So this is like, if you want to watch something really heartwarming and like makes you feel good in a time when like there's lots to feel bad about, this was a real heartwarmer. So the guy's name, the streamer, he's a streamer. He goes by the name Cakes with a Z, and his game is called Tangy TD. Yeah, and it's, as Games Radar says, it's one of a zillion small indie titles that people are quietly enjoying on Steam. It's got 89% positive reviews, and I guess what happened is he's got enough of a following that they turned out to buy his game on day one. It made $30,000, and
That's huge for an indie. Oh my god.
yeah, and then so he made a video of himself, seeing that the $30,000, and then in the subsequent days that video went viral, and then he went to check it at a week, and it was $250,000. And his wife is on the video too, and they're screaming and crying and holding each other. Yeah, really nice. So good for them.
Nice, good for them.
I like good stuff. I like when good people win.
There's one more good thing for me that I know some people who would listen to this probably care also. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition, well, Trails in the Sky Chapter 2 finally got a release date, which is most important to me because Trails in the Sky Chapter 1 was my game of the year last year. But it's coming out on Halloween, a little bit later. Last year it came out at the end of September. Now it's coming out at the end of October. Who cares? But I guess the pre-orders for the physical version are already beating the PS5, like the Nintendo Switch 2 editions are, even though they're $5 more for the Switch 2 version. But I'm just very happy that Trails in the Sky has a release date for Halloween, and if GTA 6 comes out, it won't matter because I'll be fucking butt deep in Trails in the Sky too. So nothing else will bother me. So I'll be
Just
good.
up to your butt.
Whatever the equivalent
Maybe
of
if you
that
dove
is.
head first.
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm diving into my Switch face first. We need to find Joshua and see what the fuck happened to him. That ending of Trails in the Sky 1, it was wild. I have no one to talk to about it, but
He was just joshing.
someday. He was joshing, actually, a lot. He tells
So
you
stop judging him, Ruth.
he tells you a lot of crazy shit at the end of that game that you're like, what? Where's 2 at? We need to know what the fuck is going on here. These games are awesome. I can't wait to play the next one. So, cool.
Well, you have until 2032.
Well, for the final one, yeah, we talked about that.
You have to be all caught up.
I mean, at this rate, I probably will be. I mean, because they're going to do all the remakes of the first trilogy, but they might do the Crossbell one after that, which actually happened.
2032 is not that far away.
Yeah, it's like 6 years from now.
6 years ago, we were in the clutches of the pandy.
Yeah, right. It's been like 6 years since Animal Crossing came out. Yeah, I saw like a memory thing that's like, oh yeah, you voted like Well, I guess I voted this week too, but I mean,
So
in the primaries 6 years ago, right before everything went to hell. Or seeing like my phone reminding me of old like AEW pictures that I took like at the very beginning of 2020 before everything went, because I went to like they had a big pay-per-view in February of 2020 at C2E2, which everybody thought was fine. We were all fine, and we were not.
Spreader event.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's good, right?
Yep.
All right, yeah, thanks for everybody for listening to the episode 512. If you like us and you would like to support the show, go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast. At the $5 level, you can see videos of us early and listen to WRT Radio, where we put together all the playlists from all the intros and outros of every episode. It comes out monthly. And we also have our expansion pack video out, and the dollar version will be out at some point. I just had a lot of other shit to edit. And also, speaking of editing things, go listen to our Oscar episode that Jess and I put together. Jeremy listened to it, which I never expected that you did.
It was
fun
delightful.
Time. It was a good time. We always, like to get loose and talk shit on the Oscars.
Y'all were cracking me up.
So
I was laughing
that's
out
normally
loud.
what we do. And it's half the time of the actual show. So and it's shorter than most of these NintenDomain podcasts. So I thought about making a joke about that. It's like I got it down to 2:15. It's still way shorter.
For like y'all reacting live, you edited it very well.
I cut out a lot of commercials and pee breaks or whatever, and food, and it was a lot. It was a thing. It's always a whole ordeal every year, but I like doing it. So anyway, check that out, and you can find us on social media as NintenDomain Podcast. Just look it up. Just for the fun of it, I decided to just post like a 30-second clip of Gale of Darkness, and I already have 600 views on YouTube on Facebook. So I guess people care.
I thought it was Oprah's friend.
Maybe no, it's because of the popularity of Top Chef. They want to know about
Sure.
Gale, the judge that's been in all of them. Yeah, check out all that stuff, and you can find us on youtube.com/NintenDomain podcast and twitch.tv/NintenDomain podcast. Find it all there. And we've been your hosts. I'm Trey Johnson.
Jerry Mikowski.
John Nitter.
And thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you next time.
See ya at the virtual dock.
Oh, bringing it back to boost mode. You got boost power. That's from F-Zero GX.
I got boosted behind the Radio Shack.
Play it on your... Oh, ouch. Sounds like a horrible experience there for you.
Thank God I had my soldering iron.
Oh, jeez.
You got boosted.